Tom Whittaker, 35, an economist, had spent years taking down financial fraudsters. But his biggest challenge came when he decided to escape the chaos of San Francisco for a peaceful ranch in Pine Hollow, Colorado. He bought 8 acres, paid in full, with no HOA, just peace and quiet. That is until the day he found a certified letter in his mailbox. The letter claimed he owed $90,000 to Silver Ridge HOA and threatened to foreclose on his land. Tom wasn't about to be intimidated. His land had no HOA. He'd done his due diligence before buying it. The letter was clearly a scam. The signature on a forged map was not his, and the witness listed was dead for years. Someone had forged his name and slipped it past the county. Determined, Tom went to the county assessor's office, where he found that a new boundary map had been filed 6 months after he bought the land, annexing his property into the Silver Ridge HOA. The map was forged, his signature had been fake, and the county clerk simply said, "We process what's submitted." Things escalated. His water pressure dropped to nothing. He discovered a Silver Ridge flow control box on his water line, locked and inaccessible. When he called the county, they claimed it was Silver Ridge's maintenance, even though his ranch was off the grid. His land was being choked. His gate was plastered with red stickers, and neighbors began gossiping that he was disruptive. All thanks to Karen Hale, the HOA president. Tom knew this wasn't just a random attack. By morning, he had set up a security system, capturing every move on his land. That night, 2 men in unmarked vests tampered with the water box. The footage was encrypted and saved. Karen's nephew, Greg Hale, dropped off another threatening letter. Tom now had proof of the harassment. He called Clara, a journalist who had exposed HOA scams before, and Ellen, a lawyer who had dealt with shady developers. Together, they built a case. One that included the forged maps, the water sabotage, and the financial fraud. Tom reached out to his neighbors, inviting 5 who weren't under Karen's control. They gathered in his barn, sharing what they knew. One of them, Ray, a former HOA board member, provided drafts showing fake votes and $200,000 in consulting fees, half of it going to Greg Hale. With Ellen filing complaints and Clara's article about the scam going viral, Karen's empire started to collapse. In court, Tom presented the forged documents, the footage, and the financial records. Karen was exposed. She was sentenced to 15 years for conspiracy, fraud, and property interference. The Silver Ridge HOA was shut down, and its funds were turned into restitution for homeowners. Tom's land was returned, and the county corrected the records. Tom's ranch now stood as a symbol of justice. A new gate with a plaque reading, "Justice starts here," stood proudly at the entrance. Sandra's attempt to intimidate Tom had failed. He wasn't just a guy running a ranch. He was a man who'd spent his career outsmarting fraudsters and wasn't about to let a small-town HOA bully him. Drop a comment. Let's talk about standing up to power and fighting for freedom.